Hello SDKBUNCH family and friends. It is 5:54 in the morning and I'm gonna go sparking. I'm not gonna make a gig video for the DoorDash Days channel, but I wanted to take you along, SDKBUNCH family and friends, for a day in the life video. So I'm gonna turn my Spark app on. I already did my daily identity check, facial recognition. We are searching for orders. Now I live about 10 minutes away from the Walmart, so I usually just wait until I get one, which I just got a good one here. $23.17, 19 items. It's going, let me look at the items, make sure it's not like 12 cases of water or anything. It's going 8.6 miles, so I am gonna take that right off the bat. Okay, we are arriving at the Walmart. And before I go in, I have to have a sip of my coffee because I haven't had a sip yet because it's like boiling hot. That's good. For a sip of coffee, always the best. And 13 minutes to the customer. So that's probably all I'm going to film for gig work, but I'm going to do this until probably about 10 o'clock. Well, it's 9:10 a.m. and I got back to Walmart at 8:38, and I've been sitting here for about a half an hour and no orders have come through. So I think the moms have there's a truck parked right there. I think the moms have all come out, and it's probably going to be slim pickings for the rest of the morning. So I'm going to go run my errands. I have to go to the post office, and I have to go to the bank and get quarters so I can do laundry today. Oh, look at that. At the mailboxes. Drive up mailbox, perfect. Collection time, 4:15 p.m. Oh well. Well, that was easy. Okay, next up, a bank. And there's one right there.
Take the next right, then turn right.
To say, do not enter. Alright, let's see.
In 300 feet, turn right onto Wilson Street. At the light, turn right onto Wilson Street, then make a U-turn.
Hey, Camden National Bank. Gotta go get some quarters. We've got the quarters. Okay, so for the subscribers who have asked, we are going to take a little tour through town. Alright, we just turned. There's a mobile station on my left. I'll explain as I go. There's a hotel, the Cozy Inn, on my left. A Walgreens on my right. Here's another hotel, motel, Vacation Land Inns. We have another credit union over here. The Coach House restaurant. Have not been there yet. I'd like to go. Let's see. KFC, Taco Bell on my left. The hardware store. A Subway on my left. An Asian restaurant called the Noodling Company. We have an O'Reilly's on the left. An auto shop here on the right. I gotta go there and schedule an inspection. Dairy Queen on the right. Citgo Station. This is where I go to get my car washed. McDonald's on the right. Bowling alley here on my left. I don't know. I hope you can see that in the camera. Alright. Sullivan Tire on the right. Burger King on the left. And then just past Burger King on the left is Martin's. It's like a discount store. This Martin's, though, is getting ready to close up in this building. They're moving over into Bangor. Alright, we got a green light, means go. Okay, yeah, Martin's on the left over there. And then Las Palapas Mexican restaurant. I'd like to try them as well sometime. I don't know what that is over there. Another bank here on the right. Another tire place on the right. On the left, Sunrise Glass. Evergreen Home and Hearth. Mainstoves.com. Goodwill on the left. Gas station on the right. Shell station. Another traffic light. Down East Auto Body Rental here on the left. On the right, Washville Car Wash. Down East Toyota Car Dealership. Ruby Tuesdays on my right. I don't think they're ever open. I've seen them open like twice. And then there's Walmart on the right. To the left over here at the light is a Verizon store. On the right hand side is a furniture store. Yep, Stonington's. Fabulous furniture. Dunkin' Donuts here on the left. And then Home Center, Showcase Homes of Maine. They got all their model homes out there. What's this? A medical center over here on the right hand side. And then we're coming up to the bridge that crosses over 395. And then if you're traveling up here in Maine and you're going to like Bar Harbor area, this is the exit. You would get off 395 and get on 1A headed east towards the coast. Okay, we're coming up over this hill here. You're going to see a little bit of small mountain view in the horizon. I need to get over a lane because I don't want to get on the highway. Now, in the morning when the sun's rising, from this spot right here is perfect. And one morning I'm going to go park in that lot we just drove by on the right to get the sun rising over the mountain horizon. I think that would be so beautiful. Maybe I'll do a early morning live. Okay, we're over the bridge, and there's not too much up here, so it's far and few between some things. There's a couple gas stations. There is a couple of campgrounds. There's a Holden Family Campground and the KOA Campground. There's a little fireworks store on our left. What do we got? Oh, go-karts here on the right. Pat's Pizza. Haven't tried them yet. Stompers Wine and Beverage Superstore. Don't need to go there. Dysart's gas station. DeBeek Business Park. I don't know what's over there. That's on the left. Horse and Rider Tack and Farm Store. And we got the Irving gas station here on the right. Another home builder. Models, Webb's RV Center. Oh, there's a Country Kitchen Bakery here on the right. And we just went by the campground on the left. Doggy daycare and boarding. Tractor Supply on the right. And then there's a bunch of other little businesses, but nothing exciting, I don't think. Oh, well, the main military supply building. Garrett's Auto Sales. Guess there's more than I thought. Here's another car wash on the left. Granville Stove and Hearth. So that must be popular stuff here. Kitchen Home Designs on the left. Port Harbor Marine on the right. Hillview Mini Barns on the right. Gagne Concrete Products on the left. There's a doggy daycare on the right. And that's it. Now we're getting into the rural. So pretty much nothing on this road until you hit like Ellsworth. So I'll see you at my house in a little bit. I haven't given you a tour yet, so maybe we'll do that. Alright guys, I have arrived at home, and before I give you a tour, well, it's kind of messy right now, but I'm gonna clean it. So maybe I'll do some cleaning footage for you. But before I do that, I'm gonna throw my laundry in, so that will be washing while I do everything else that I need to do. Alright, heading to the laundry room. Ooh. Okay, there's the light. It smells like skunk in here. That might be the critter that I hear. Alright, let's see, where can I put you? How about right there? Alright, let's get this. You can't really see me. Alright, how about right there? Can you see me? My head might get cut off, but we're going to load the washing machine. Get my laundry detergent. And I do not sort. I just throw everything in. That I've collected over the last couple weeks. So I'm going to throw everything in except for, you don't need to see my undergarments. So I'll save those for last. This is a shirt. More socks. More socks. Another pair of jeans. Okay, everything's in the washer. And now we're gonna, I don't measure. I just kinda, that looks good. And I'm using from the Dollar Tree, the little $1.25 of Gain. Now, I had exactly $2.50 in quarters, but I think 1 quarter didn't work. So that's why I had to go out and get a new roll of quarters, because I'm going to need them anyways. But I literally only needed 1 quarter. So let's see if these all go in. It's $2.25 for a wash, and then the dryer is $1.50. So it's $2 for a wash, and the dry is $1.50. So I don't know. Did I get all the good quarters in here? Yes. All right. So I think that's going to take about, I don't know, 45 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a sign. Washers take 30 to 40 minutes depending on setting. If using both washers, wait to start the second until the first one has finished filling with water and has started the cycle. Be courteous of your neighbors. Don't forget about your clothes. Okay, we are back at the apartment, and we just came in the door. I'm going to give you a tour, even though it's a mess, but this is literally like just regular life, okay? So you walk in, and there's a TV on the right. I got a bunch of stuff stored over there in the corner. And then here is my office area. Desk is a mess. Underneath the desk, I have some stuff stored. This empty space right here is where I keep the laundry baskets, which are on my bed right now. So I'll put that one back under the bed. All right, let me back up into the office area. So we have my front window here. This mirror I have had for about 20 years. It has moved all over the place with me. I got my front curtains and a little nightstand here on the left. Let's go see what's on it. So everything that's on this nightstand is all stuff that is very meaningful to me. So let's do a show and tell. This is a fake rose that my son Daniel, my youngest son, gave me for Mother's Day in 2019. The peacock feathers belonged to my dad. This is a butterfly box that my mom gave me, and inside are the ashes of my father. So I'll spare you the visual because he's in a plastic bag. Next is a photo. I have a lot of photos of me and my kids, but this one is one that my son Daniel actually printed out and framed. So that's Daniel on the left and Dylan on the right. And there were about, I'm going to say 6 and 8 in that picture. All right, then we have a photo of me and my father, and this was taken in 1999, and we went skydiving that day. My dad was going to be turning 60 in December, so for his to celebrate, we went skydiving. He wanted to go skydiving, so I went with him. So that was a very fun day. Here is another picture of me and my boys. This was taken in, I'm going to say 2020, maybe 2020, or might have even been 2018. I don't think me and Dylan were living together yet. So this was taken on Mother's Day, and then my son Daniel had it imposed on this glass frame in a stand. It lights up, and then there's the song, "This Land Is Your Land." Now that song is supposed to have meaning, but I'll be honest with you, I don't remember. I don't know what the meaning is. I don't ever remember like having any special connection with this song. So I'm gonna have to ask him, because I think it might have been a joke now that I think about it. These are just flowers that I clipped off the bush out front. This lighter, actually, so this is an incense holder. I got to get some incense. But this lighter, Sagittarius, now back in the day, I did used to smoke, but I've had this lighter since, my gosh, almost 20, 30 years, I think. I've had this since my early 20s, and it still works. So, fun fact, I guess. This is my cancer pillow. It was a t-shirt. One of my friends made t-shirts as a fundraiser for me. And this was on the front with brave wings. She fights. And it originally said she flies. And I was like, can we put fights, because she flies makes it sound like I've passed on. So we changed it. And then, hold on a second. And then on the back of the shirt, it said, for my hero. And we had a hashtag, Donnie McStrong. So, yeah. So my aunt had the t-shirt made into a pillow. So that was nice. Okay, so backing, let's put my picture back, Dad. All right, so backing back up, we have my bed area. Let's move this laundry basket back down on the floor. These are blankets and towels. Yep, no fancy editing here, folks. This is just real raw footage. So here's my bed area. And then it goes right into my kitchen area. And then I got a set of 3 plastic drawers, 2 milk crates, and my garbage can. Bunch of junk on top of the drawers. I gotta clean that off. But I may replace that with like a tall stand-up pantry cabinet, because I don't have a lot of cabinet space. And I'd also like to get something that gives me more like food prep space, counter space. So I'm considering what to do with that. Here's my kitchen area again. I have a sink full of dishes that I need to do, so nothing special there. Dirty dishes from yesterday. That's my coffee water pot that I start every morning. Up here on top of the fridge, I've got my fake plants, and then I've got this plant. I forget what it's called, but this was a plant that came from my niece's house. Let's see if I can turn it around. I have it in a foam cup. I have to get a pot with soil, but it's doing okay with damp paper towels. So I forget what this is called, but this was a dried up bulb that my niece had, and it had like the plants were like wilted, but there was one little fresh little sprout coming out of it. So I was like, she said, throw it in the trash. And I said, I'm not going to throw that in the trash. I'm going to put it in some water. So I got a cup with water, put it in there, and it grew. It grew pretty fast. It's only been like a month. And then I got some paper towels up there. I got to get a filter for my water pitcher. I got a cereal container. This can opener, let's tell you about this can opener. So this can opener is came from my dad's house when he passed away. We collected his stuff. It needs to be cleaned, but it's an old Sunbeam. I don't know if it used to be white or if it's always been this like beige color, but my dad was a smoker, so I think some of it's nicotine stained, but I've washed it and it's still this color. But this is a heavy duty can opener. I don't know how much it weighs. It's going to weigh at least a pound, maybe even more. But it's got the knife sharpener on the back. And they don't make can openers like this anymore. This binder clip is because the piece, I gotta clean this. This cracked. I don't know if you can see it right here. This piece right here cracked, and that's the piece that hit the thing that makes it turn. So I put the, see, look, raw footage. Let's pick this up. So I put the binder clip on it and it presses the button, so that works out well. I'll fix that later. And then we have, my bathroom is in there. It's very small. There's a stand-up shower in there, but, I will, spare you the details. Oh, let's go over here. This butterfly clock, my Nana was gonna throw it away. She's had this, I think since I was a little girl, and she was gonna throw it away. So I took it. It doesn't work. I gotta replace the mechanisms on the back. But I don't know if I'm going to, because it does tick very loudly, and I think that might, you know, irritate me, like a dripping sink. This dream catcher I got from my cousin Mindy. Used to have a little store that she sold, like, well, this stuff and like rocks and all, like, I don't forget the word of it, like tarot cards and things like that. These feathers were feathers that my dad collected from birds. He used to love birds. But let's see, over here on the back of this door, I've got my pot holders, some kitchen utensils. This is one of the things I got from my cousin's store. And then, of course, I have my little rock collection that I got. Measuring tape. On the back of the bathroom door, I've got some scissors and hair dryer, brushes, curling iron, hair straightener. Then I've got some measuring cups and my pots and pans on the back of the closet door. And inside the closet is a bunch of random stuff hanging on this side of the door. And then all of the rest of the stuff that I own that I took from Warren. Some camping stuff on these two shelves. Miscellaneous stuff on this shelf. All my towels. A file box back there. And a bag of stuff. I have a bunch of change that I need to roll. So I picked this up at the dollar store a couple weeks ago. That is my holiday tree. Which I will be putting up soon. If you remember watching the videos from Warren from last Christmas, we decided to turn that into a holiday tree, and we had it decorated up until St. Patrick's Day, and then we started decorating it. We moved, so it's been in the box since, so I'll be pulling that out. Then I just have my suitcase and a set of 3 drawers and some more random bags. But yeah, so that is a quick tour. And I think I'm going to do some cleaning, but I don't think I'm going to do that in this video. So I'm going to take the next couple hours. And I got a phone call from my therapist. I thought my therapist appointment video call was at 11 o'clock today. It's actually tomorrow. So I'm just gonna work on finishing my laundry and get some cleaning done, and then I'll go back out to work this afternoon. But before that, I'm gonna make something for lunch, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so I have swapped my laundry. That is in the dryer. And I swept the floor, mopped the floor, and I did my dishes. So the dishes are drying. There's just a couple of things in the dish bin in the sink because I am going to cook something to eat. And we're going to make another mess all over again. So let's see what we have in the fridge. Fridge is probably a mess. All right, welcome to my fridge. I have got some butter. I've got some gravy because I have potatoes. I make baked potatoes in the microwave. I've got some hot sauce, salad dressing, mustard, relish, ketchup, mayonnaise. Got some banana peppers, jalapeno peppers. Ooh. I have some soy sauce. I've got the sweet chili sauce, and I've got some teriyaki sauce. Okay, what's in here? Let's see. Probably some stuff I forgot about. So I think I have 2 eggs in this carton. I have an Ensure back there. I've got some pineapple. I have some bread. That's been in there a while. I've got some onions in this container, but they have been in there a while, so I think they're a little slimy. I'll have to get rid of those. Down here, I have some baby carrots. I have some ham. That is not Cool Whip. This is actually soup that my mother and sister made weeks ago. I had 1 serving, and then the rest is going to have to get thrown out. I have some flour tortillas. Down in this drawer, I have some celery, and I've got some broccoli, which I don't know if that's still good. It's been in there. No, it's starting to rot. I'm going to have to throw that out too. But what I think I'm going to make is I'm going to pull out the eggs and the ham and the pineapple and the tortillas. All right, so what I'm going to make is I guess a Hawaiian omelet wrap. So let's get started with that. Okay, I have my pan preheating with medium heat. It's a gas stove. And now I'm going to crack 2 eggs. No, it's a small wrap. I'm just going to do 1 egg. No shells, that's good. Now, for those of you who don't like the white squiggly thing, we're gonna take out the white squiggly thing. I know my mom and my sister, well, my mom, I don't know if my sister does it, but we've been taking out the white squiggly thing since I was little. Sometimes it's hard to get. All right. We got rid of that. Just gonna scramble this up a little bit. Well, you know what I want to do? I want to warm up my ham first. Yes, I washed my hands. Let's see, I'm going to take this piece out for a second. I have all this already cut up from my rice bowl that I made last night. So I'm just going to throw this in. We're going to heat this up for a little bit. Look, I just washed this, so I'm already gonna mess it up. Alright, now I'm just gonna take, I think I just need 1 pineapple ring. I wanted to get the tidbits, but they were out, so I got the rings and I'll just cut it. I don't know, can you see what I'm doing? Let's move you back a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, so for anyone watching, if you've been thinking about starting a channel but you're too afraid of doing it, just do it. Like, you don't have to be an expert at filming or editing, and you need to practice. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, just start filming and practicing editing. My sister Carrie, if you're new here, has been doing that, and she's been creating a lot of videos. I haven't made a video in a long time, but like I said, if you're new here, we do go live every week on Mondays, and we just started doing a Thursday night live, so you can go back and watch those if you've missed them. And our channel has also been around for a year. So if you're just finding us, go ahead and check out our old videos. We've had a lot happening since last year. Rinse my hands real quick. Grab a paper towel. I wish I had a better view. I need to get a tripod. Right now I have my GoPro like rigged up. Let's do that. Saute this up for a little bit. Readjust you. Alright, I am just gonna throw in just one little pat of butter just to get some lubrication in here. Butter and pineapple. Yeah, that goes together, like pineapple upside down cake. That's something we're gonna make. That's my favorite. My mom used to make that a lot when I was little. All right. All right, now what I'm gonna do is just pour my scrambled egg. Hopefully one's enough. It should be. I don't want it to be too big for the tortilla. Okay, so we're gonna let that cook a little bit. Might need to turn the flame up just a little bit. I don't want it to burn. And then I'm gonna grab a paper towel because I want to warm my tortilla up. Let's move that. Well, let's move that and that. Oh, that's all wet. See, I don't have any counter space, so I'm struggling a little bit here. All right, pull out my tortilla. On my paper towel, and we're just gonna plop this in the microwave for like, I don't know, 10 seconds. All right, this looks like it's starting to cook up nicely. Tortilla is done, but let me wipe this down. Let me just move it. Okay, now we'll take the tortilla down and put that there. All right, we're good. Tortilla is all set. And now we're gonna, oh, it's not gonna flip. I should have cooked the egg first, and then we'll have to do this in sections. I should have cooked the egg first and then put the pineapple and ham in it. I never said I was a good cook. So you know what? We're just gonna kind of scramble this up. All right, so it turned from Hawaiian omelet to a scramble. And this might be too much. All right, I'm gonna say that's done enough. And I am going to add, let's see, what should we do? Sweet chili sauce, maybe? All right, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit. That's good. Probably too much. And then I'm just going to, let me not put all of it on here. Oh, maybe I will. Now that might be, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let's go for it. All right, then we're gonna move everything over to one side. Start to roll it. I can't see what I'm doing here. This tortilla might be a little stale. Fold over the edges and then roll it. Ooh, it's all squishy. Actually, my pan is still a little warm, so I'm just gonna set this there for a second. We'll let that heat up. And while that's sitting there warming, I'm just gonna clean up my mess and put everything back in the fridge. Zip up my tortilla bag. Got my ham. And I have one egg left, so I'm just gonna put this in the fridge instead of putting the whole carton. I have these neat little egg holders in there. All right. This is probably done. And let's take a bite. It's actually pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna eat my lunch and then I'll be back with something, whatever's next. I am going to transfer my pineapple over into a plastic container because I don't want the can to rust and get botulism. All right, that's done. In my recycled medium salsa container. Laundry's done. I'm going to get this folded and put away, and then we'll figure out what's next. Alright, that's pretty much done. I'm going to put these in my comfy clothes drawer. And then I'm just going to match up my socks. Ooh, it's 12:20 p.m. So let's see, what's next? I think I'm going to go out to my car and get the SD card out of my dash cam, and I'll load that up, and I'm going to start editing this footage until it's time to go back to work, which I will be going out about 3:30. 3:30, 4 o'clock. I think that's when basically all the moms are back home to get the kiddos off the bus. And then around 6 o'clock, you know who I start to see out? the dads, or the men who are done working for the day. I see a lot of Gen X men out there sparking. Did I say dash? Sparking. So between like 4 and 6, I get a couple of good orders, and then well, usually night times are busy anyways. So anyways, I'm gonna go out to my car and get my SD card. All right, there's the SD card. Pull it out very carefully. Gonna carry this back to my apartment without dropping it. All right, we are back. Let's see, what do we got? Looking at some pictures. All right, what I'm gonna do is, now I'm just gonna pop that down. Pop this right in here. Perfect. And then I'm going to transfer my footage over. You don't need to see